To a brilliant fight.
Joseph is. Let me tell you, nobody wants to see Joseph.
He's there.
Yeah. Joseph hasn't sent out a fucking phone. That's how bad it is.
I don't really talk a lot as well, so we're quite similar in that sense. And when we're in the ring, we take care of business the way we're supposed to.
Oleksandr Usyk leaks Joseph Parker knocked out in sparring footage, and the clips got fans stunned. Word is, Usyk landed a pinpoint counter, dropping Parker clean during sparring. That's not routine training, that's elite precision making a loud statement.
The better? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the better myself. I don't know.
You can feel Parker holding back here. The respect is there, but so is the sting. He knows Usyk crossed the line by leaking that footage. Parker won't bite publicly, but that calm tone hides frustration. It's his way of saying, I'm silent out of respect, not fear.
Fighter, he's a good fighter. And I rank him at the top, right at the top with, there are sparring stories, but he is very good. He's very good.
But when Usyk was pressed about it, his response carried a different kind of energy. Usyk plays it off with a smirk, as if leaking the footage was nothing more than a casual tease. But underneath that playful tone, there's a message. I control the narrative. It's psychological warfare, and Usyk's already trying to get inside Parker's head long before fight night.
You've got the pick of the crop. What do you want? What do you want next?
That's the moment. Parker snapped. The calm respect vanished, replaced by raw fire. He'd had enough of being mocked and leaked. His voice, usually measured and humble, carried venom now, every word dripping with payback. That's not trash talk, that's pride talking. Parker's no longer chasing reputation, he's defending his dignity.
You're gonna get it, you big lump. I'm gonna smash your face in. That's what's gonna happen, you prick.
Get up there, Joe Parker, me boy! He's learning!
You can almost hear the weight in his words, a man acknowledging danger, but refusing to flinch. Parker's been through wars before, but this time it's personal. Every punch he takes will be a reminder of that leaked clip. Every jab a message to the man who tried to embarrass him. That's what gives him edge. The fight is now emotional.
How do you think you stand up to his power? You've shown a very resolute chin in your time.
Listen, I don't want to be getting hit with all these big shots.
Even Chisora couldn't resist adding fuel to the fire. Old rivals, new opinions, and everyone suddenly got something to say about Parker's pride. But that's the nature of the sport. When a leak hits, it's not just about the footage, it's about perception. And Parker knows how cruel that can be.
Something went wrong. That's the problem.
Derek, I spoke to Joe Parker tonight and he said you talk a lot of shit. Have you
got the Parker for them 12?
I thought you guys were pals. What's happened here?
Let me explain something to you, yeah.
But Parker tried to steer the talk back to what mattered most, the fight ahead. Now that's Parker's class shining through again. He could have fired shots, but he chose restraint. While others mocked Usyk's dancing clips, Parker sounded like a man focused on the real challenge, the ring. That calm tone, it's dangerous, because it means he's done talking and ready to do his speaking with punches.
Obviously, Usyk is the one that we want to fight. He is the best in the world, holds all the belts. Would have been awesome to, unification, undisputed. But he's injured and he's spending time with his family. And, there are videos of him dancing, but he's just having a good time. Having a good time with his family and having a good time on his time off.
Johnny Nelson's words turned heads. Technically the better fighter. That's a statement few would make against Usyk. But Nelson's not wrong. Parker's grown stronger, smarter, and heavier for this fight. A version molded by revenge. The leak might have embarrassed him, but it also ignited something fierce. Usyk may have started the story, but Parker looks ready to end it.
He's got that much natural strength. It was unprecedented. Joseph Parker will come in at a career heaviest, and Joseph Parker is technically the better fighter out of the two, the better boxer out of the two, the better fighter.
Eddie's words hit with quiet truth. Usyk's greatness isn't in question, but his timeline is. He's not here to hang around, he's here to conquer then walk away. And Parker senses that. Deep down, he knows this might be his only shot to catch a legend before the curtain drops. That urgency could become his most dangerous weapon.
See Usyk as someone who's going to go on for another 5 years fighting every challenger in the division. Like, He was the undisputed cruiserweight world champion. He's the unified world heavyweight champion.
Spencer Oliver said what many fans were already thinking. Parker deserves this shot. The WBO's decision just made official what Destiny had written. The man once dropped in sparring now stands as the mandated challenger. That's poetic, because sometimes redemption doesn't come in silence. It comes under bright lights with the whole world watching.
Who's going to beat him? You know, who is that guy? I think the guy that deserves a shot next, by the way, is Joseph Parker. He's the guy that's been waiting, and I think the WBO have mandated that fight. So unless Oleksandr Usyk vacates the belt, he will have to fight Joseph Parker next. That'll be an interesting fight. That's probably...
Nelson paints Usyk as more than a champion, a figure larger than the sport itself. And that's what makes him so dangerous. He doesn't fight for belts anymore. He fights for legacy. But Parker, for once, isn't chasing status. He's chasing respect. That's what makes this clash so powerful. One man defending greatness, the other demanding recognition.
But I don't believe he's retired. I don't believe he's done. I do believe he's probably one of the few fighters that's bigger than the belts.
Andy Lee hit a nerve. If Usyk sidesteps Parker now, it changes the conversation from respect to avoidance. And that's not the Usyk fans know. Lee's words echo through the sport like a challenge. Fight the man you embarrassed. Because if the leaked footage was meant to humiliate, the ring is where Parker gets to rewrite the truth.
I think it puts Usyk in a not difficult, like no one can doubt Usyk's credibility or his reputation because of the fights he's had and what he's done in those fights. But if he opts to fight Dubois and vacate his title, someone who he's already beaten and beaten pretty comfortably, and decides not to fight Joseph, it doesn't look too good for him. That's all I would say. It doesn't look too good for him from the fans' point of view and from a fighter's point of view. I'm sure he'll want to defend his belts, and I'm sure he'll want to fight Joe.
McKenzie sums it up perfectly. Usyk's genius lies in structure. Every move, every adjustment, every breath inside the ring is part of a blueprint only he understands. Parker may have passion, hunger, and redemption driving him, but Usyk's mastery is cold, calculated, and surgical. This isn't just a fight anymore. It's a test between emotion and intelligence, chaos and control.
I feel that even that performance is not enough to beat Oleksandr Usyk, because boxing's all about levels. And Usyk isn't the kind of, as I said before, Usyk's not on the slide. He's not, and he would, you know, once you set out your game plan and you get your tactics and ABCD right, as Usyk has done, that's why he's unbeaten and a two division unified 4-belt era champion. That's what separates the good from the great.
Tony Bella's words cut through with brutal honesty. He respects Parker's courage, but knows the mountain ahead is steep. Bella's fought Usyk. He's felt that rhythm, that pressure, that calm destruction firsthand. He's not doubting Parker's heart. He's doubting if heart alone can dismantle genius. Because against Usyk, courage doesn't guarantee survival. Precision does. And right now, only one man seems to hold that balance perfectly.
If that's going to make a difference against Oleksandr Usyk, I do think he's in the fight. I do think it's a dangerous fight, but ultimately, I think it's one he'll lose.
Nelson calls it perfectly. This might not just be about belts, but about legacy timing. He hints that Parker could gain more from patience than pressure. But boxing isn't built on waiting. It's built on moments. And Parker's moment is now. Usyk may be nearing his final chapters, but a legend's exit is often the perfect setup for someone else's rise. The risk is massive, but so is the reward.
What I'm saying is, I just won't do it. It's not a risk because he's the future. Usyk's at the stage where he's probably 1 or 2 fights ready to walk away.
Now there's no anger, no jokes, no noise, just pure purpose. Parker's mindset has evolved. The leak, the taunts, the talk, all of it's fuel now. This is a fighter sharpening himself in silence, surrounded by loyalty and belief. You can see it in his eyes. He's not chasing revenge anymore. He's chasing validation, and for a man once doubted, that's the deadliest kind of motivation.
You can't really think about that or worry about that fight until you get this one done and dusted. But this is our full focus. Myself, Andy, George, the whole team that's here from New Zealand, America, I got Rob here. Our full focus is on this fight.
But some experts still think Usyk's story isn't done yet, especially when money and legacy collide. Money changes everything, even retirements. Duke and Paul know this game too well. For a man like Usyk, pride might drive him, but a 100 million pound showdown could pull him back into battle. And if that battle happens to be Parker, it's not just a fight anymore. It's redemption dressed in gold. Pride, respect, legacy, and fortune, all colliding in one final storm.
I don't think we see him in there more than that.
No, I think he'll fight Joseph Parker at some point.
And also, it's money talks. I'm sitting there thinking, walk away from the sport, sail off into the sunset, but if he comes back with £100 million off it.
Carl Frosch nails it. Usyk doesn't just fight opponents, he dismantles uncertainty. His stare alone carries the calm of a man who's already seen victory before the first bell. But Parker isn't walking in as a victim, he's walking in as a believer, molded by setbacks and fueled by quiet rage. This isn't just Usyk's test of dominance, it's Parker's fight for redemption, for dignity, for the right to silence a narrative written without his consent. When that first punch lands, it won't just echo in the ring, it'll shake the respect both men claim to hold for each other.
Moses Atalma is.
Why is that?
Because he's unbeaten. He works at a high intensity. He's done the rounds. He works people up and down. I mean, he works the head and he works the body, which you don't see with most heavyweights now. He's an intelligent fighter, seems to take a good shot, and that's the kind of guy you'd like to see Atalma in with to see just how good he is.
The mind games, the leaks, the silence, it all ends under the lights. One walks out as the face of composure, the other as the voice of redemption. Respect is earned in war, not words. When the bell rings, whose truth survives, Usyk's calm or Parker's fire?